Welcome back to another episode on Across the Board. It is the month of June, and it is now time for the Stanley Cup Finals, where the Vegas Golden Knights will take on the Carolina Hurricanes starting Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And it has been a very fun playoffs. Lots of action, lots of excitement. In today's episode, we're going to break down the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals, recap those two, and then break down the Stanley Cup Finals. But before we get into that, go follow us at Across the Board on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, all the good stuff, so you know when we get a new episode out. And with that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into it. And we'll start in the Western Conference Finals, and probably the biggest surprise, honestly, this playoffs is Vegas sweeps Colorado. And you look at the series, and Colorado outshot Vegas and had more shot attempts. But Vegas defensively, and Carter Hart, a big part in this series and what he was able to do. He kept Vegas in a lot of these games. And a really big game in this series, and a really, really defining series game came in Game 3. Carter Hart gave up 3 early in that game. Colorado had a 3-0 lead. Vegas erased that in the second period to make it 3-3, and Vegas went on to win Game 3 5-3. And Carter Hart was outstanding the rest of the way. He played great, and he kept Vegas in this series the whole way. And you kind of look at Game 4, one of Vegas' best defensive games. I thought they kept Colorado out of the center of the ice, kept them out of the slot, forced them to take shots from the outside. Brock Nelson had some great chances, and just was not able to find the back of the net. And just Vegas limiting the top goal scorer for this team. I mean, Marty Natchez, Brock Nelson, just kind of limiting these guys and not allowing them to have such a big impact on the game. Just kind of allow them to take over. And Mitch Marner in this group of Vegas, Dylan Coghlan, you look at these guys at Vegas, we know the talent, we know the skill level, but what they were able to do and just finding ways to win, grinding it out, finding ways to win. And I think, you look at Dylan Coghlan and Caden Korczak for Vegas, I feel like two guys who were kind of, I say, looked down upon. You're not really seen as highly good defensemen, came in the series and looked outstanding. I thought they were a great pair together. And obviously Marner and Eichel, those two been great. And getting Mark Stone back in this series as well. And just Vegas took over. I mean, they took over Game 1. You get a big win. You take the first 2 at Colorado. You come back home, fall down 3-0 early, but able to come back and win the game and then win a tough Game 4. Just went all Vegas' way, and you hated to see it for Colorado, but Vegas is moving on, and they will take on their opponent, Carolina, which will take us to the Eastern Conference Finals. And another series where you look at Montreal, no surprise, they just were not able to get pucks to the net. And you look at Carolina defensively, they just suffocate you on defense. They play great style defensive hockey. Ron Brindamore has his club playing well. They've only played 13 games this playoffs. That's even huge for them. I mean, they've ran through this playoff. They have been a very dominant team, and you kind of got that feeling that they just are just dominant. I mean, look at Freddie Anderson. You look at Game 1. They lose Game 1, and it's like, okay, here we go. But then after that, just take over. And you look at Montreal. I mean, they averaged 17.8 shots a game this series. They just struggled to get pucks to the net, and that's what Carolina does. They suffocate you defensively, and unfortunately, Montreal just was not able to find pucks and get pucks to the net. But Carolina, with all the good goal scorers they have, they were able to find the back of the net and able to keep rolling through these playoffs as they have been. And you just got to love what this team has been able to do. And Carolina moves on, and this brings us to the Stanley Cup Final, where Vegas will take on Carolina. And, I've been thinking about this series for the past few days. I mean, and you really don't know what to expect and how this game's going to come out, You're looking at Vegas, a team who has really shown a lot of positive and a lot of growth this postseason. I mean, really toward the end of the season, it wasn't looking great. You had Torts come in and feels like kind of flipped a switch for this Vegas team. And you look at Carolina, who's just been good all year. And I think it's going to be interesting. Like, you look at both these teams. I think a big difference maker is going to be the goaltending. We know how good Carolina can be defensively. How good can the goaltending be? How good can Freddie Anderson be? We know he's been good. How good can Carter Hart be? Can he bring that energy and bring that into this game? And can he bring that extra saves that they need? Who can get the extra saves? I think Vegas offensively is the better team. But again, you have to find ways to get pucks to the back of the net. And a huge part of that is getting pucks to the net. Get shots no matter where they're from. Get pucks to the net. Good things happen when you get pucks to the net. You create opportunities and you make it much easier for yourself. And for Carolina, I mean, you look at this team, they've been great defensively. They just need to find a way, kind of just like Vegas, get pucks to the net and every opportunity, create chances, and be able to find the back of the net. Logan Stanko has been great for Carolina this offseason. I expect him to have a big impact. We'll see if Aho and Jarvis can continue to be good as they have been this year. And on Vegas' side, can Jack Eichel, can Mitch Marner, can those guys continue to do what they've been doing? And so I think it sets up for a wonderful Game 7 or wonderful Stanley Cup Finals. And that will bring us to my picks and predictions for this series. And, going into this, again, I did not know what to think, and I'm not sure how it's going to go. But I am going to take Vegas in 7. I think offensively, I think they are the better team. But I think they're going to have to find ways to get pucks to the net. Just get them to the net. Good things happen when you get pucks to the net. And just create opportunities. Find pucks in the net. Carolina, keep doing your game plan defensively. But just like Vegas, get pucks in the net and good things will happen. But I love Vegas just offensively. I think they are a better team offensively. But their work's going to be cut out for them. They have a lot of work to do. And I am very excited for this series. But with that being said, that will wrap up today's episode. It was short, but I wanted to kind of just get this out there and kind of break down how the Stanley Cup Final, kind of break it down, dive into what to expect. So for the series, I will have Vegas in 7, and hopefully they're able to do it. But it's going to be a fun one. Go tune in on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time for Puck Drop. And as always, go follow us on all our socials at Across the Board. Also, you guys have been following for who knows how long now. But go follow us on Across the Board for when we post new episodes out. Go follow us, subscribe, like, comment. Do whatever your heart desires. And we hope to see you next time on Across the Board.